welcome to the third part of the chapter, the atmosphere. In today's video, we are going to talk about the three important terms as you can see on the screen: biosphere, greenhouse effect, and global warming. But first of all, you need to understand how these three terms are interconnected. Now, when we say biosphere, what comes in our mind? Somewhere life exists, right? Yes, biosphere is all about life. Without biosphere, the Earth would be a lifeless planet such as Mars or Venus. So, from a single celled organism, to human beings, all are the part of biosphere. Each and every living being play a very vital role here, very important role here. But the threatening activities of human beings, are making this planet an uglier place to live at. The rapid growth of human beings are, giving less room to other species, and thus many types of plants and animals are disappearing. And you can say they have already disappeared. The activities like excess burning of fossil fuels and growth of animal agriculture are creating an imbalance in the biosphere. It also causes emission of large amount of greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide. So now, as you know that these greenhouse gases keeps the earth warm. The higher concentration of greenhouse gases trap more heat in the biosphere, and this way the earth will become more and more warm. And this is called global warming. But we are going to talk about all the three terms. Now I've given you a brief description about the three terms, but we are going to talk about each and every term, in detail. So these three terms, as I told you, that biosphere where we live, greenhouse effect, a natural thing, it's not a bad thing. Greenhouse gases keeps the earth warm, it's good. But the excessive amount of greenhouse gases means higher concentration of greenhouse gases trap more heat, which will lead to global warming. So what we should do in this context, how can we prevent global warming, and what are the major impact, the consequences of global warming can be, these things we are going to discuss in this video. So starting with the brief notes that I have written for you all on the biosphere. So just have a look. Now biosphere, it is all about life, as I have already told you. So the very important keyword here is it is life sphere, right? It is the place where life exists. Now the word biosphere is derived from a Greek word that you have to remember. Which Greek word? Bios. It means life sphere. The three essential components are water, land, air. These important three components are there. Now the last important point, which is really very important, it is made up of biotic and abiotic environment. When we talk about biotic environment, means we are talking about the living things, and abiotic means non-living things. Now the next part is what is greenhouse. What is greenhouse actually? So greenhouse, as you can look at the picture, it is a building which is made up of glass. As you can see, the roof is also of glass, and the slides, which is also called panels, it is also of glass, right? So it is a building with glass slides and glass roof for growing plants, for growing plants. So you remember that in cold regions, when people have to grow such vegetables which are grown in warm regions, so what they do, they generally use this glass chamber. This glass chamber is only called greenhouse. Now how does it work? So as you can see in this on the screen, that sun rays are entering via this greenhouse, right? And it is heating up the interior, and these panels are not allowing the heat to escape, to move, to move out of this glass chamber. Now this trapped energy in the form of sunlight causes the heating up of this chamber and allow vegetables to grow. So this is how it works. Now there is one more question. So what are the greenhouse gases? So the main important greenhouse gases which affect greenhouse, which is important in greenhouse effect. So these are mainly carbon dioxide, and apart from carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and water vapor. Now, the next part. What is greenhouse effect? When we talk about greenhouse effect, so greenhouse effect keeps the earth warm. The outgoing heat is blocked by greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor. Means these greenhouse gases don't allow the heat to go back, right? So it generally traps heat. It traps energy present in the air, and because of this trapped energy the earth is getting warmer gradually. But there's a question, what if there is no greenhouse effect? So, if there will be no, the answer is simple, if there will be no greenhouse effect, so our earth will be completely surrounded by ice, and the temperature will decrease to minus 18 degree, and it will be completely covered in ice. And life, as it is now, it will mean there will be no life. We won't be able to even survive. And in case of excessive greenhouse gases, so what will happen? It will means there'll be global warming which we are still facing. As now, these are the important keywords which are marked in global warming. What is global warming? So what happens when greenhouse gases are more? So what they have means, when greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases like methane and nitrous oxide, when their concentration is more, so what happens, they trap more heat, and they make the planet more warm. Now, the very important aspect of this video, which is the impact of global warming. It's very important for us to understand that what can be the impact of global warming. So we will start one by one and we will discuss each and every impact of global warming, in detail, right? So starting with the climate change. Now, when we talk about climate change, so generally these two terms, global warming and climate change, are always, interconnected. So it's a very important impact or consequence of global warming. Apart from climate change, melting of glaciers. Now on the screen you can see a picture. This picture shows the melting of glaciers. But do you know that in today we have approx 4 lakh glaciers and ice caps scattered across the earth, but 95% of the oldest and the thickest ice have already gone, means they have already disappeared, they have already melted. Now the next important consequence, the impact of global warming, is rise in sea level. Now this melting of glacier add to the rise in sea level. Now what will happen, when the glaciers will melt, obviously the sea level will rise. As you look at the picture, how the rise in sea level can a threat to coastal regions. Now the places nearby the sea can sink under water. Now the next part, climate change, as I have already discussed about climate change, that this is the biggest threat to the earth. It is a very biggest impact of global warming, climate change. But I just want to add a very important information here, that is, the since the time of industrial revolution, we generally say that industrial revolution started around in early 19th century or late 18th century. So since the time of industrial revolution, earth's atmosphere has warmed by around 1 degree centigrade, which is not good actually. And in turn, the ocean has already risen by about 15 centimeter over the past 100 years. Now, apart from climate change, apart from melting of glaciers and rise in sea level, many animals have already extincted. Many animals and plants have already disappeared. You know that. Now, many animals and plants, and apart from that, global activities, global warming can also add to many other disasters. Like flood and drought. Now what happens, global warming increases the risk of flooding too. When more heat trapping pollutants surround the earth, more moisture is held in the air, and that will lead to more rainfall. Now the next one is drought. On the other hand, there is drought. global warming increases more evaporation on land, which can lead to droughts and can also create conditions more prone to wildfire. As you know, what we have seen in the Amazon forest and Australian one, means in the last few months. Now there will be more, after that what will happen, there will be more spreading of diseases. Global warming and extreme climate can give birth to numerous diseases like mosquito borne diseases, cholera, tuberculosis, dengue, transmission of even viruses also, and so on. So many such diseases will also be spreading on. Now, as I have already told you that global warming has many impact. So one of them is also loss of tourism. Tourism industry is still facing because of this, and because of the, and as you know that tourism industry generally contributes a lot in economy of any country's economy. So obviously because of loss in tourism, economy will also go down. Now resources will be very less, and it is actually less, and it will be less day by day. Food insecurity will rise as resources will be less. So food insecurity will also it also be risen, which will make people eat wild beings, wild animals, which can again transmit diseases. And then the last impact of the war, last but not the least, and then comes war. We will be, the people will be fighting with each other, which with one another. War for limited resources. Humans are the only creatures, on earth who are destroying their own habitat. They are destroying their own abode, their own home. But still there is no, it's not too late. Even an individual can also make a difference. Still we can do many things, still we can prevent such disasters. And such preventive measures are plantation of trees. Now tree plantation is very important because it will increase the level of oxygen and it will decrease the level of carbon dioxide in the air. The next one is use of non-conventional fuels like CNG, solar energy, wind energy. Now it will help to reduce the emission of harmful gases in the atmosphere. The next one is use of CFLs. They consume, as you know, that CFLs consume 70% less energy than ordinary bulbs. So we should always use CFLs. Now the next one is carpooling. Now what is carpooling, right? So first of all, you understand the meaning of carpooling. Carpooling means car sharing. So it is another effective measure which causes emission of less emission of gases and ultimately less air pollution. So we should share our car, right? Now the next one is 3 R's. Now here 3 R's means reuse, reduce, reuse, recycle. Now reduce means we should always try to reduce the use of resources. We should try to reuse it and recycle whatever resources we can do. And the next part is then comes reduce waste, right? Now waste materials increases level of methane and other harmful gases. So we should avoid using plastic bags, and we should discourage others too. Then came the last measure, preventive measure, which is very important: Kyoto Protocol. Actually, apart from these measures, these individual measures, preventive measures, some international measures have also been taken. One such measure was Kyoto Protocol, which was proclaimed in 1997 but came into effect in 2005. The main aim was to bound, or you can say in other words limit, right, such industrialized countries to reduce the emission of harmful gases, greenhouse gases, right, by the year 2012 at least by 5%. So we should remember that even an individual can also make a difference. We should try to reduce global warming. Now, coming towards the last part of this video, students, you always remember, just ending this video with a quote: if you want to live some more years, we should always try to save nature. And to destroy nature is to destroy your child. Child here refers to your future generation. So go green, save nature, save us, and take care. Thanks for watching, everybody.